Okay, guys, welcome back to the Odd Socks podcast, episode 3. All right, today we are going to be discussing the Champions League, as the title says. We have a new guest with us today. We got Cal.
Let's go.
Yeah, and we got Abdi G back again. Luckily today, United is not going to be the main topic of discussion. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah. We'll sprinkle a bit of that into it.
Yeah.
Of course, Cunha's signing has been officially announced today.
Big signing.
So, let's jump right into this, man. It's last night was mad.
Football.
UCL last night.
Yeah, Inter got slapped, innit?
Yeah, man. Inter was. What did you guys gather from that game, bro? Because a lot of man I spoke to were either very impressed with PSG, or they said it was a dead final.
Nah, the best team won, bro.
A lot of man said the final was a little bit dead.
Probably Arsenal fans, isn't it?
That might have been in terms of like domination. That might have been one of the best finals I've watched from like an individual team, performance-wise, for a very long time. Yeah. Like I watched Tottenham play. I remember the Liverpool game, even a few of the Real Madrid games as well.
Even against us, Barca against us.
Yeah. So even the Chelsea,
even Real Ferdinand,
even the Chelsea United game. I don't know. Like in terms of domination, in terms of everyone taking part, making a difference.
Yeah. It could have been so much worse.
It could have been worse.
It could have been so much worse.
I think the scoreline reflects the team. Yeah. Like I think the team needed that to see what they would become in the future.
Nah, it's not. You know what it is? Like the thing that was on show was the youth came through. Like Inter, a good team, great game against Barca, but the age of the players that they had, it showed in the end, innit? They
had experience as well.
Yeah, they just couldn't.
They had experience.
Nah, they had experience, but
who PSG?
Yeah. Donnaruma's been in big games. Dembele's been in big games. You know, a lot of players, even Kvaratskhelia, he's carried his country to like.
Nah, but when you talk about
Serie A, he's done a lot, man.
Yeah, but when you talk about experience, you look at Inter, innit? Inter, they're more experienced. They've got like the whole team's more experienced. But in terms of physicality, bro, nobody can live with these guys, and that's youth, innit? It's just.
I think they needed a dominant win to like kind of just cap off that, because the teams that they were playing before that, they played Liverpool, Arsenal,
City, in the group stages.
Yeah, they played City in the groups as well.
Smoked them as well, bro. 4-2.
I don't really count like the group stages, because that team there, that even like when people tell me about Arsenal. And a lot of teams, a lot of the fans, the Arsenal fans, when they were going into the Arsenal game in the semis, I think it was, or the quarters, they were talking about the previous game in the group. Kvaratskhelia wasn't there. I don't think Fabian played. I think
Dembele wasn't playing.
Dembele came on.
I think he played.
I think he came on.
Yeah, but he wasn't starting.
They hadn't gelled though. Like if you'd watched that team, I was having this argument with some guy on Twitter, this crazy Arsenal fan, and I was saying, if you looked at their previous Champions League, previous to that game, their Champions League record at that time when they were playing Arsenal, I think they scored like something along the lines of 4 goals in 5 games, which is completely different to the records they were setting immediately after that. Immediately after that is when they started bagging a crap load of goals, which showed that they gelled. A lot of it, well, not a lot of it, but some of it was down to signing Kvaratskhelia.
Smart decision, man.
Insane signing.
It's been amazing, though.
But the team as a whole gelled. And when they gelled, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I watch Ligue 1 week in, week out, but something worked well in that team for them to coordinate themselves, and it worked at the exact time that they needed it to work.
I think what happened with the group stages, like even Arsenal, bro, when they played Arsenal weren't taking them serious. Because obviously they're like, oh, we played them, we beat them, whatever.
What, for the semi?
Like, yeah, in the semi. So when their previous game was in the group stages, right? And Arsenal fans were like, nah, we got this. Obviously, they got gassed by the Real Madrid game. But they were like, yeah, we've got... And I was thinking, it's not the same team. The way that they've chelled since the... Like, for me, it was the Liverpool game. I watched that Liverpool game, especially at their ground, and they had Liverpool, even though they ended up losing a game, they had them pinned. Like Liverpool couldn't get out, and for the majority of the game, it was PSG. And that day I thought, right, these guys are serious. So then obviously when they played Arsenal, like I'm thinking, yo, Arsenal, you need to take these guys serious. And we saw it. Like Arsenal might go on about, what were you saying it before? Goal.
The XG, man.
The XG, that's it.
They beat them on XG for the 3 games they played this season. Yeah. They literally, PSG only lost on XG, if you can call that a loss. A total of 6 times this season, 3 of them being against Arsenal. It doesn't mean anything because it lacks context.
I think the stats are just ruining the game now. Like, it's taking away the beauty of the game, innit? Whereas, like, if you look at PSG, the way they were playing, they missed a penalty. They missed some big chances. I think Gonzalo Ramos hit the post. Fabian hit the post.
Yeah, bro.
Fabian hit the post.
Ramos hit that as if like he was taking a mick.
He toe poked it.
Taking a mick, bro.
Yeah, they had chances. You're moving like Dewey had a chance. Raya saved it, but Raya's been amazing.
Barcola as well.
Barcola had a chance. It's not like they didn't have chances.
Nah, it all makes sense to me because like I was saying this as well. I said, how many games have United dominated on XG and we've lost, deservedly lost? Like that 3-0 against, we lost 3-0 against Bournemouth. We dominated on XG.
Even the final.
It don't matter. These things don't matter if you don't take your chances. And then Arsenal fans come out with the, but Donnarumma put in the performance.
He's been putting a performance against Liverpool.
I'm sorry. Their goalkeeper played well.
Yeah, the goalkeeper's supposed to play well.
Is the keeper not allowed to play well?
It
doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense.
I wish I had a keeper that can do well.
We can only dream, man. We can dream, man.
No, XG doesn't win you nothing, bro. Like, at the end of the day, games are won by goals, and the scoreline is not done via XGs or stats. Goals, 2-what? What did they beat him? What score was it? Arsenal thingy?
It was the 1-0 at the Emirates.
And then 2-1. So 3-1 in total.
Yeah.
That's all that counts.
I think I want to give PSG their flowers though. I think Luis Enrique, the recruitment, I think I have to give PSG their flowers. If you think about their team, they've got a goalkeeper. He's won the Euros with Italy. He's been there before, big games, finals, penalty shootouts. Donnarumma is amazing, yeah? They've got Hakimi who's playing right back. He's come from Madrid. He's played for Inter Milan as well. Yeah. They've got Nuno Mendes, who's not been amazing, but he's still a fast left-footed.
I think he's right now.
I think
this right now, yeah. But I remember last season.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Sancho cooked him.
Yeah, but what it is fair. Like when we compare things like teams, the way they were before and this team are totally different, bro.
It's because they've got the right pieces, though. That's what I'm saying in terms of recruitment.
This guy put Salah in his pocket. Look at the plays that he was in this tournament. He had Salah in his pocket.
Salah's had a couple times where
Salah's at his age, though, innit? Yeah. I'm talking about like the wingers that they're playing against, like Bukayo Saka.
He pocketed Saka.
He did. But then I've seen him play some bad games as well. Sancho had him. Dortmund, I think it was Dortmund.
Yeah, we all know where his strengths lie, though, innit? For him, it's that bombing forward. We saw the goal he scored against Villa, bro. How many fullbacks can do that, bro? It's
right now
to have that kind of confidence, do a ball roll and then
finish it.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
His quality.
Like in my opinion, right now they've got the best right back in the world, the best left back in the world. Dembele, you could argue, will probably end up winning the Ballon d'Or. So they've got quality, and the guy I can't say what's his name. Someone say his name for me. I can't say that. I can't say his name, so I'm not even gonna attempt it. Him, like, bro, the way he just takes people on. Like,
he's amazing, man. He's amazing, bro.
And he only
he's left foot, right foot. He's left foot, right foot. He can cook you on either way.
Was it less than 70?
No, yeah, it's like around
75. I think it was 75. You know,
around that region, innit?
I seen Kvaratskhelia, Rio Ferdinand sat down with Vitinho, Kvaratskhelia, and I think one of the other players. Yeah. Kvaratskhelia said that the best defender that he's played against this season, in terms of that's been able to give him problems, is Trent.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it would have been Timber.
Yeah, you're right. It was 70 plus 10. Yeah. 70 million as pounds plus 10. Bro. That's a bad boy signing for that age as well. He's 24.
Yeah, and he's gonna go into his prime. It's just the thing is, like he said.
Trent, did you say?
He said Trent. He said Trent. I'm not joking.
That's surprising.
It was on the
not
Rio
gonna lie.
Ferdinand podcast, mate. I couldn't believe it. To be honest, though, I think
He's
Trent-
not the fastest,
It's more the attacking thing.
so I can see why he'd. I think if he was more of a pace merchant, I don't see Trent giving him that amount of trouble because I feel like a lot of guys like to pace Trent.
I don't think he was talking about defensively.
Yeah,
I think he was talking about the
All the way-
attacking side of thing. You get me?
being able to handle Trent's actual attacking output.
Yeah, I think that's what he meant.
yeah.
I
And
think
plus,
that's what
when
he
you're
meant.
playing against Trent, he's gonna push you back in.
Trent got injured. I think the reason Liverpool and were actually like it went towards PSG side was because Trent got injured halfway through that game at Anfield in the second leg, and then their
Well, he was
attack
playing the
just- they
first
couldn't-
leg though, and the
He was
first-
playing the first leg, but they won the first leg. They won the first
they
leg.
won by that late.
They couldn't
goal.
get a goal though.
No, but what I'm saying is that they won that game by the late goal, but that game was domination.
Yeah.
Like Liverpool had one shot, and it was a goal.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was like I said to you, I became a fanboy after that game because, bro, I was thinking, bro, the football that they're playing is so crazy. It reminds me of prime Barcelona, you know, where they push so high, the wing backs go up, and then they just pin you.
It's perfection, man.
And every time the team try to get out, they're on him. They're on him.
I just want them to see it. I just want to see it because like their team's so young. I feel like we're gonna see them for the next few years.
They're gonna
And
be a
it's gonna
problem,
be
bro.
scary, man.
They're
It's
gonna be a
scary.
problem.
Unless the other teams like recruitment wise, they're gonna be scary. Man.
Bro, and the thing is, France have this conveyor belt of young talent,
Don't know how to do it,
and
man.
I feel like they're just gonna. I don't want to say they're gonna absorb the talent from France, but if you're a young kid growing up in France, unless a team comes from another country, these other. If you was happening to Lyon right now, Lyon are not in a good place. Unless you've got like some sort of loyalty to like Marseille, playing for PSG would be a dream.
Yeah.
There's a reason why players like Doué are ending up at
It's like buying
PSG.
in it
Bro.
with German players.
It might end up like that scenario. It might end up.
But it's good
like
for
one of those
PSG.
scenarios,
Like,
bro.
the thing with PSG is like they were the youngest team in the tournament, right?
Really?
The oldest players, the goalkeeper Marquinhos. I think them two for now. That from the people that started, but like they could go for another 5-6 years. A lot of them are in their prime. Some of them have not even hit their prime. Like their midfield three, the oldest guy is the Spanish midfielder.
And they still got more guys coming.
Yeah.
They got
And
Emery
they
on
had
the
an
bench.
18-year-old scoring yesterday.
They got Zaire Emery on the bench. They had the
Yeah.
18-year-old that came on.
Yeah.
He's crazy. I can't
So
lie.
where does this put now? Where do PSG go from here in terms of like
Adding to the squad or team.
like
PSG's the team to beat. Simple as that. They've won the Champions League. They're the team to beat. So unless other teams like Real Madrid, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal do get the recruitment because they are missing players, whereas PSG, I think the only position that they could really improve is the striker.
Yeah.
Whereas if you look at the other teams that are around them that are in Europe, they need 2-3 players. I think.
we've seen how hard it is though to like
line.
we've seen how hard it is to win back-to-back UCLs.
Yeah, that's
And
hard. It's only been done.
I
by-
feel like better teams have failed. They're not a perfect team, and it's one of those scenarios where it's like, where do we look? Where do we see? Who do we see rivaling them in the near future? For next season, we know what teams are coming into the UCL, and we know we can get a glimpse of like what teams are strengthening.
Yeah.
Who do you see potentially rivaling them now?
Hala Madrid.
I think the closest team, and I hate to say it, is Arsenal. You know,
Hala Madrid.
Liverpool. If they
Sure.
Liverpool and Arsenal are the two teams that I don't think Madrid. I think Madrid still
I
need.
need to explain the Arsenal one though. Still,
Arsenal are missing one player, bro,
that's a striker.
as a striker. And if they get that striker and he becomes into a serial goal scorer, this is obviously potential. We don't know what's going to happen in it. But if Arsenal get that serious striker and he gets 35 goals, 30 goals a season, all comps, 40 goals, whatever. I think they can do it. Why not?
I understand the sentiment, but there's another thing as well. First of all, I am not completely convinced by Arsenal's
Manager.
depth in the left wing. We'll get to that in a sec.
The left wing.
Yeah, their depth in the left wing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Outside of Martinelli, there's games where Martinelli does okay. He did well against Madrid.
Yeah.
There's games where he gets neutralized by the defense. You need an alternative, and I don't think they have the alternative. And unless they do something about that, I don't see them getting to that next. He's not. He's just. I don't want to say just below elite because it's not even just below elite. He's below elite.
Yeah.
So they don't just lack the striker. They don't just lack the striker.
I think the striker takes pressure off him because right now they got no striker. So the pressure is on Saka and Martinelli to score. If they don't perform, there's no real goals or...
But this is the thing though, the way Arsenal set up allows, like for example, I feel like the way they've been playing, Hazard sort of drifts in and he's not an out and out forward. So they sort of play in a way which is a little bit more fluid where the wingers are doing the heavy lifting in terms of the goals. And it's like if an out and out forward does come in, that structure does change a little bit. And a winger is going to have to be a bit more of a supplier. Saka's perfect for that.
Yeah, in terms of impact.
Saka's one of the best suppliers of the ball in the Premier League.
Yeah.
No, I think they need maybe a more creative midfielder. So somebody to, if they keep Partey, somebody to sit next to him, but that can, and getting Zubimendi, supposedly that's what he's good at. He's good at like passing the ball and like breaking the lines. But I don't know, man.
There's more holes in that team than you might think. I think.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think there's a little bit more because, like, is he gonna like now? Yeah, Odegaard's there. All right. When he doesn't perform, this is where I come in with the whole managerial problems.
Yeah.
There's times where Odegaard not playing, and I know it's a problem to not have your captain on the field. It's sort of a gesture of like goodwill to play your captain in most games. But there's times where he has been absolutely dog water, and he's had to come off. And the thing is, bringing in Waneri made sense. But the problem is Waneri didn't get minutes in that position in the first place. So he's shown, I don't know if he's going to improve in that area. He's shown, from my point of view, he doesn't have the ability to manage a squad. There's been games where he should have thrown Waneri in that position to test him out.
He should have done
And he
that.
hasn't done it.
He should have done that. Like, if we're talking about specifically about Arsenal, he should have done that the games before, because you've run out. The Premier League is done.
Yeah.
Right. So just use the players that you're gonna try out for the Champions League, and he didn't do that. But I think in terms of Arsenal, Odegaard goes missing too many times for me. Right. The problem on the left wing. But I also think when it comes to Champions League, you have to want something beforehand, right? Because then it gives you that. Then you can go to the Champions League.
Do you feel like the league has to come?
Yeah, you have to win
beforehand?
something, man. You can't just be like, oh yeah, we're building. Bro, to win the Champions League, you have to have won something because
Porto,
you're gonna come against.
The way you're right, because the way Porto won it was that they were league. They were, they were dominating leagues.
Yeah.
And then they came through and said, you know what, we're gonna take it another step.
Yeah,
like,
they are winners, isn't it?
It's not the craziest thing to think Arsenal come in the Champions League next season. But I think if they were going to win it, their best opportunity probably was this season, right? No Real Madrid, no Man City.
I think they could have beat Inter,
They couldn't beat PSG though.
Yeah.
They couldn't beat PSG.
And then we're talking about, next season, if they get a striker, if they get this, it's all if and buts.
Nah, they will get a striker. I think they will
And
get
plus,
a striker.
even the striker that they get,
They have to get a striker.
Yeah, no, 100%.
They have
it's
to.
Like this, when we talk about this season, I think the striker's the thing that every team wants. Like that's priority for most teams.
Yeah, most teams it is.
So with them, they have to get a striker. Like people talk about Gyökeres. Gyökeres might not fit into their system because he likes to. Like,
I don't think they want him anyway.
No, but what I'm saying is, if they were getting him, they would have to tweak their system.
I think they got to tweak it regardless.
No, they do.
Because even if they're getting Sesko, who they're looking at.
Yeah.
He's not. His stats have shown that he's not someone that is good at interlinking play the same way that Havertz is.
Yeah.
He needs to be fed in a very particular manner. He's a very tall guy, so they want. I think he's 6'5". They want. They're gonna throw the ball in for him. Them long throw-ins they were practicing at the end of the season.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna try and do now. So they're already the lap nonsense.
You can bring them down though.
Yeah. So it's one of those scenarios. For me, I think Liverpool are gonna mount a crazy challenge.
Like, I hate to say it.
If they pull off the Wirtz thing, which is people are saying it's done, but I like to go off
I think it's done.
facts.
Yeah, it's probably.
If they pull off,
because he doesn't want to.
The Wirtz thing,
from what I've read, I don't know how true it is, but he doesn't want to go to Bayern. Bayer Leverkusen don't want to sell to Bayern. They don't want to sell their best player to, even though they've done it in the past. I think this one in particular, I don't think they want to give it to Bayern. So then when Liverpool, when he came to City, and obviously with City there's a sticking point with the price, and City operate in a way where they've got a price, and if you don't accept that,
Then
they
they're
just
out.
walk away.
Yeah,
right?
they're out.
So for me, your Liverpool are dark horses because they've got.
I don't think they're dark horses, bro.
they've got,
I think they're
but PSG
they're like
still
top
there.
3. Yeah, top 2, top 3.
But look, PSG is still gonna be there. Real Madrid, don't sleep on them because alright, they've got a new manager, but bro,
They need to fix their synergy, bro.
I'm sleeping on Real Madrid
this season.
this season.
Arnold.
Alexander Arnold, yes,
They
but
bought someone else.
They
innit?
need to fix their synergy, bro.
their centre backs issues, man.
Yeah.
They bought Dean Huyson.
Yeah, Huijsen's a good buy.
He's young though.
Huijsen's a good buy.
He's young.
Bro,
though.
man, the
He
way
might
he ran to him, bro.
Yeah, he's
you know what I'm
very
saying?
young.
Age,
You know what I'm saying?
bro, look, when there was a
I'm
time
kidding,
in
I'm kidding,
football,
man.
there was a time in football where age was a thing. You'd be like, oh, he's too young, he can't do it, whatever. But now, bro, I'm seeing 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds like lighting up the world, right? So
Experience,
Those
man.
people,
They
though,
got experience, bro.
those people have heavy numbers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yamal is,
he's played over 100 games.
Yes.
Right?
and he's also very, very talented. So
Yeah.
those things have to be in combination
Yeah.
with each other
No,
for you to
like-
for you to be counted as like a teenager
Yeah.
who, you know.
No, but do you not think that Huijsen in the Premier League has been decent?
I think he's been great.
He has, innit? He
He's
has.
been,
He's been
like,
amazing, man.
I've seen him play at against United, and he looked good. He's good on the ball. He's big.
He's exactly what like a modern footballer.
What
What a modern footballer, like if you could like mold
Yeah.
a modern footballer. It's
Yeah.
like the Lenny Yoros,
Yeah.
the Dean Huysons, like
Yeah.
coming out of the back and like you get me, just playing football, man.
Yeah.
Playing football, so he's good.
I
Tall,
think-
left foot, right
I
foot.
think Madrid need to sort out their attacking synergy more than anything else because they've won the Champions League with a bit of a shaky defense in the past. They've just outscored their opponents.
Yeah.
The problem is they got too many players who are trying to play off the left, and they've shown this on several occasions. It's not working with Bellingham. Bellingham is making striker runs, and they don't have a pure striker. No matter what anyone says, Mbappe can't follow
He's
the
the wing
lead that
forward.
Ronaldo had.
Naturally, he just drifts
They
to
all
the
drift.
left.
Drifts left, yeah.
Naturally.
Whereas when Ronaldo came to Madrid, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna convert into an out and out centre forward. Mbappe, I don't think he's got that in him, unless something changes.
Nah, I don't think physically he's got that in him.
Yeah.
In terms of like he can't.
Yeah.
Like even when he scored with his head, he was surprised.
No, he's,
remember that game.
He's like when we're talking about let me use United as an example. It's like Rashford. Rashford is not a striker, right? But you can use him there and here and there. But what we're forgetting with why I say Real Madrid is they've not got Ancelotti. Ancelotti's gone. And even though Ancelotti is a great manager and he's done like madness and won many trophies, I think when I watched the Real Madrid this season, it felt like Vibes FC, right? So there's no tactics, there's no like instructions. Like even against Arsenal, they were defending in a 4-4-2, but then your two front men are not dropping back, right? So then it made the job easier for Arsenal.
Yeah.
So I think now they've got Alonso coming in, who has a tactic, a style of play, right? May not work because he's not been tested in the Spanish league or
on a larger scale, anyway. Yeah, he's not been tested on.
But you also got to remember he took Leverkusen team that was struggling, like in the bottom half of the table, to the title unbeaten in 2 seasons. So he's got something about him. And also the other thing you got to remember is, bro, they're gonna spend. Like, do you remember the last time they didn't win anything? They bought the whole world. Same thing again.
Yeah, they have bought a few players.
Yeah.
But I still think they
need to
the new
offload.
manager bounce as well.
They need to offload.
I don't think it'll be enough to compete with the teams that
Bro,
are already
they need to.
there right
Right.
now.
What do you guys think about this? I genuinely believe they need to offload one of these attacking players, bro. They're not gonna obviously sell Mbappe. He's just arrived.
It's sad, but I believe that it'll be Rodrigo. And that is the most stupidest
Here's
thing that they could do.
Here's my issue though. Even if Rodrigo leaves, the problem is still there. Mbappe and Vinny, Mbappe, Vinny, and Bellingham, I don't think they can play together.
I think one has to go to the right then. That's what they will do, innit? They'll move one completely to the right.
That's a mess.
I know, it will be a mess and it's sad for
Vinny,
Rodrigo
who
because
guides-
Rodrigo is doing his job.
First and foremost, right, they can. Because, bro, this is Real Madrid that
They're
won.
good enough players.
If I was
Madrid, right?
They're
I
good
know,
enough players
I know
to
I'm
play on
dreaming
the
a little bit in it, and I'm doing all these FIFA transfers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I was
that's what you gotta
Madrid,
do though, innit?
if I was Madrid, I think you know what, they're one of the only teams that can pull off the FIFA transfers.
Yeah.
What I would do is cash in on Vinny,
Yeah.
because it's not gonna work.
Nice.
Listen.
Go.
Cash in on Vinny, play Mbappe in his best position.
Yeah.
On the left, buy an out-and-out striker.
Yeah.
Buy an out-and-out striker.
They'll never do that.
I'm saying this is just my suggestion. Hypothetically,
Yeah.
they could get someone like, for example, they could then fork out the money. They've been banging on about
Isak.
Haaland, but they could do an Isak. And you know why Isak works, in my point of view? Isak drifts left, Mbappe cuts in. I think they work
Isak
well
with
together.
Ronaldo that they're looking for, isn't it?
Isak, the minute he loves going off that left side,
And he knows how to play.
yes, plays in Mbappe. It's a beautiful little
It
synergy
works.
there.
He can play football,
It don't
man.
matter who plays on the right.
play football.
Bellingham then can carry on what he was doing during his first season. You know why? Because he's got a proper striker, and he doesn't have to make all these runs that Mbappe should be making.
Yeah, but again,
That's just me though. That's
no,
just,
like-
I'm out here just giving away.
I think-
I'm doing
like-
football manager things
I
here.
think out of the two, I think Mbappe's got to go, you know.
The thing is, they're not gonna do it though.
They're not gonna do it.
They're not gonna do it.
Because Mbappe don't work hard enough. You seen that
Even-
video with Luis
Bro,
Enrique? He don't work
they
hard
won't
enough.
do it. It's a franchise, like a franchise
You can't
signing.
just
Bro.
sign this guy and then he's gone straight away.
no,
They got to believe in him
but
at least.
for
innit?
them, this season, he's been the guy in it.
Yeah, he has.
He's been banging goals. So he's 100% like a guy that's going to start, right? Vinny's not had the greatest season, right? But he's still a very good player, whatever.
He's a phenomenal player,
Yeah,
bro,
exactly.
which means you could cash, bro. Someone
I think
could,
he's a lucky player.
bro. Listen.
I think
Prior to this season,
pace in
bro,
it. I think it's the pace that helps him.
last season when they won the Champions League,
Yeah, he was the man.
carry,
Yeah.
an insane carry. You cannot deny this.
Yeah.
You can't deny this, bro. I don't care how a player plays in terms of. I know people say, you know, he dribbles a certain way. He's a clunky dribbler. I don't care. He gets past his man. He beats his man. But that's not what I judge. I judge a player who gets the job done on several occasions. He has got the job done. When
Big games, man.
big games, bro. When Madrid have needed him, he has been there.
Yeah, but
on several occasions, bro.
Yeah.
That is invaluable. That is it. That is
But I'm not taking anything away from
Yeah.
Vinny. I think he's a
Oh,
great.
him, bro. It's-
Yeah,
it's- he's a lucky
like
player,
he's not.
He's very lucky, innit?
I don't think he's lucky. I think
You can be
think
both, man. You can be both. You can be lucky.
you can, but I think
And
with him,
good,
he's
innit?
got talent. He's got a bag of talent, right? But I think with them, I think the manager doesn't help, right? In a sense of, bro, when again I'll go back to the Arsenal game, right, or the games that I've seen this season, right? Their biggest problem is ethics, right? When your players, I don't care how big you are, you could be Ronaldo, whatever, right? But even if Ronaldo, like United, when Ronaldo was at United, he didn't track back, but somebody else was doing the dog work for him, right? With them, the season is ethics, bro. You watch the games against Arsenal, they didn't track back. You see Bellingham like pointing to other players, yo, you go get him. Like, I'm thinking, no. So with this manager coming in, if he changes that, and gets these players, yo, everyone has to fight.
That's a tough job, you know.
It is.
It's a tough job.
That's a tough job.
And
man.
again, they might have to get one of the front four might have to leave, right? Probably Rodrigo. He'll probably be the guy that gets it in the neck. But one of them leave. But I think the job that, like, it's like you guys are saying, it's a big thing. I personally think it's not. Sort out your defense. Get the ethics of the team right.
That's a lot.
No, it's not. It's two. It's two things, isn't it?
Guys said
is
it
a
like
lot.
this. Guys said it like
That
this.
is a lot, man.
Sort it out,
Like,
mate.
yeah.
Sort that out. Sound.
That's a
Yeah,
lot,
man.
man. That's
Because
a
you
lot.
got to remember, the team that won 3 in a row, this team you probably bet on it. Player for player.
This is the thing. Player for player,
Yeah.
the PSG that they had before is better than this one.
Yeah, but that PSG, again, it comes to ethics.
Synergy as well,
yeah,
bro.
100%
They didn't synergize well,
No, but
bro.
100%.
This team is not synergizing.
Yeah.
No, I get that, 100% synergy. But I think when the team, bro, any league, any tournament, the team that won't win it is the team that every aspect of football, they're the guys. When it comes to running back, when it goes to going forward, scoring goals, whatever. Like, everyone sees the goals and whatnot, but the teams that win it, it is the team that scores the most goals. But what I'm saying to you, the team that dominate games is the team that fight, do the dirty.
Yeah,
and
true.
against,
You got to look at it like
Yeah.
this, yeah. This is how you got to look at it. You got to look at it, who we're comparing them to.
Yeah.
It's Liverpool,
Yeah.
PSG,
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Hard workers.
Are they gonna change? Are they gonna find that synergy? And how long is that gonna take? With the new manager in there as
Yeah.
well,
It could-
adjusting to his style.
Yeah.
How long is that gonna take? And we can already see Liverpool are improving.
Yeah.
PSG don't really need to improve.
Yeah, they just need little.
Even City,
Dust.
even City,
They just need a little.
even
bit of
City
dusting.
are in there as well.
It's
I
smart,
think out of them
smart.
5 teams, I think Real Madrid got the biggest job.
I agree.
I think City.
City's a different story because
If City get Reinders, which they're heavily linked with,
They're getting that guy from Lyon as well.
Shaqiri,
Yeah.
Shirky, whatever his name is.
Shirky, yeah.
Shirky.
Yeah, Shirky.
Yeah.
If they get them two, I think that's a direct replacement.
I don't think City have found. You know what? I take back what I said. I think City have the bigger job because I don't think City have found their best 11. I don't think
I think they're in a
They've got wingers
rebuild
who
thing, innit?
Yeah.
you don't know who to play each week. You don't know if Savinho should start. They've got bloody Nunes playing fullback. You don't know
Yeah,
what's
they
going on,
need-
bro. You don't know
like,
what's going
they
on. So
need a
it's
lot
like
more.
Who is their right back?
Rico,
Rico.
But then Nunes has been filling. Nunes has been
Nunes
filling
has
in.
been filling in,
He's
innit?
been doing quite a good job as well.
He's been doing alright.
But
He's
he's
made a
not-
lot of
he's-
mistakes though. I swear, in the
Yeah,
Champions League.
against United, Ahmad, when he did that tackle.
yeah, it was against United.
No, he's improved since then. If
No,
you see the latest games,
Yeah.
he's been quite solid.
No, I think-
he had a bit of a shaky start.
Like, I think
because he's not a right back.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not a right back.
With City, they need wing backs or full backs, whatever you want to call them. I think their midfield's dead as well, man.
That's
Alright,
why Reinders.
They're gonna
Reinders.
get.
That's why Reinders
if
is a
they
really
get-
good signing, bro.
No,
No,
you
they
know
got
what I
Roger
think
back, that's another signing.
Rodri's
No
like a
legs.
new signing.
They've got no legs.
Rodri's-
No, but
Bro,
Rodri,
they
you
don't
know what
need legs,
Rodri
man.
does?
Yeah.
You know why Rodri's
Rodri's a controller.
He's a wall, bro. Like him and remember Fernandinho,
Yeah.
what's he called?
Yeah.
Bro, they just foul things. Even if you get away from them, they're taking you down.
The greatest
Swerve.
foulsman
Yeah,
Swerve.
and he never gets cards.
I've ever seen in my life.
Swerve.
That's why, bro.
Swerve the yellow.
He was a ghost.
Yeah.
Bro, he was a ghost, bro. He'd be there. He stopped the man in an illegal fashion. Ref would be blind to it, bro.
Yeah, because he's apologizing,
Phenomenal,
innit?
bro. He had like a nice little ball then. He looked mesquite, looking nice. Ref wouldn't say anything, bro. Ref,
No. You know what I think?
He'd be like, ref,
I think
chill,
when you make a foul,
ref, chill, he'd be like,
say you make a foul.
I got you, bro.
I think
Like,
that's a talent, you know.
no, but say
I
you
think that's a
100%.
talent in
It is.
itself.
Like, if you make
100%.
a foul,
That's
I
a
think
talent in
if you
itself.
make a foul, and then as you make the foul, you know it's a dirty foul, right? Then you get up and go, sorry. You don't get anything.
Yeah.
It'd
But
be-
if you get up and
It was his lack of aggression.
Then they give
Nah,
you-
It was his lack of
because
aggression.
The
Then
thing
they
is,
give you
it
a
gets
knockout.
mad because like 3-4 times the other players will be like, yo, he's done that 3 times. And then the 4th time, he'll still get away with it.
Yeah.
And the 5th time, he'll still get away with it.
And then he gets subbed.
And then he'll either get subbed. I remember one time there was like 2, there might have been, I think it was Guardiola or someone told Busquets to go get a yellow on
Yeah,
purpose.
it wasn't it?
These
Real
men are
Madrid?
just
Mourinho.
legends of it, man.
Mourinho and Ramos.
Mourinho to Ramos during a quarter final.
'Cause he was gonna miss
go
the next
get a
Even
card.
PK as well, man.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, but that is these guys, they're just smart when it
and
comes
that's
to
why
it,
I'm kind of
They're
happy.
talent, man.
I'm kind of happy that Wirtz didn't go to them. to City.
To
Because
City.
then their midfield is like...
I think he clashes.
if they were-
If Verts goes to City,
clashes.
it's a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
It clashes with Foden.
Foden.
No, Foden's
Hold on. Just
Foden can't hold bench. Foden can't hold bench.
Deep it for a second.
You better get used to it.
Can't hold bench.
Bro, think he plays there as well.
Who? Bernardo Silva.
Mamouche.
No, Mamouche is a striker, man.
Nah,
Where's
Haaland's
Haaland playing then?
It's a mess,
No,
man. It's
it's
a
a
mess.
mess.
Alright,
It's a
let me sort
mess,
this mess
bro.
out. Wait, hold on. Let me sort this mess out.
Chelsea.
It's so
Chelsea.
messy. It's so messy. Mamouche been playing on the wing.
Alright, let me just
how
sort
messy
it
it is.
Just sort it out.
Go on,
Let me
go on.
sort it
Go on,
out.
fix
Sort it out,
it.
man.
Fix it for us.
Let me sort it out for you. So you put Mamouche on the left, or even the right, whichever.
Yeah.
So let's put him on the left.
He's been going left on
Let's put him left. Haaland up front.
Hey.
That's Savinho or whoever you want to put on the right.
Yeah, Savinho.
Right?
Or Shirky.
Or Shirky, whatever.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
So then now you got a three in the midfield. Reinders, Verts, and Rodri.
And Foden holds bench.
Foden, fucking Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo needs to go.
No, he
But
can,
he's there
he
for
can
the
go to the
experience,
changing
innit?
room.
He's alright.
does a
He
lot
can
of-
hold bench,
No,
innit?
he can't hold bench. He can go to the changing room. He can chill there, right? So then you've got them three. So you've got a guy that's gonna take everything out in Rodri, right? You've got an engine in Reinders, who just you have to put him, charge him up,
And you got the spark.
and then you've got the little
You got the spark
finesse.
in
You've got the
Verts.
finesse of Verts.
Yeah.
Then you've got Mamouche, who can do some madness, shoot from anywhere.
Yeah.
Haaland does what Haaland does.
Yeah.
And then this guy, wherever he brings in it.
Right, he's fixed it, you know. You might have fixed it.
And then what about right back and left back situation, man?
Oh, they need to buy it. 50 million.
And Verts.
Yeah.
And Verts.
And
And
Verts.
Shirky.
Bro, they've got
To be
oil
honest,
money.
I think he just did that. Liverpool.
Yeah, man.
Liverpool.
But they've got oil money. Remember, do you not remember
Liverpool
that?
every like 4 or 5 years or something, they'll
That's
break
smart,
the
man.
bank one
That's
time
smart, man.
and then stop by again.
Jeez.
No, but you could.
I think Wirtz isn't good for them though. Let's just be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that now. I think it ruins their synergy.
Too many, man. Too
Oh,
many.
yeah.
Oh,
It ruins their
Well, you
synergy.
man are sleeping on Verts, you know.
I'm
No,
not
it's not
sleeping
that.
on
It's
him.
not that.
It's
not
for
that.
them, bro.
It's
There's
for them.
congestion.
They've got Soboslai there already. So you're telling Soboslai, who's just won the league,
Soboslai will
to
hold
go
bench.
sit bench for work.
Soboslai will hold bench. And I agree with that.
I
agree with
I
that.
don't think.
Do you know why?
I don't think you
Wait,
can
wait,
tell
go
my
on,
man
go
to
on,
do
go
that.
Go on.
I don't
Can
think you can
players
tell
not hold
man.
bench?
They can in it, but big games, who's playing?
Huh? Who's playing big
You
games?
switch it up depending on
Yeah,
because
who's playing?
there's certain games where, for me, Soboslai hasn't been.
If you pay 130 million for a player,
Yeah.
he has to start.
Bro, if
Regardless
he comes...
who the opponent is.
Alright, no, 100%.
If they're playing Real Madrid tomorrow and you paid 130 M's for a talent like Wirtz, he has to start.
No, Verts is going to start. I'm not disputing that.
So Soboslai's holding bench every game.
No, what
majority
I'm
of the
saying
games.
is
Majority
no,
of the big games.
Games that
Majority
require
of the big
hold up.
games.
Games that require what's it called? A transition. He's amazing on the transition.
Yeah.
I would play him over Wirtz. Or I'd play him in a scenario where both of them can play as like
and then one behind him.
as at 2/8.
Yeah.
That's
and
one
then
behind
one
him, yeah.
But I think they play. They
could
could
do something like that. You
What
could do
about
something like that.
what about putting him on the left wing?
He could do that as well.
I don't know, you know.
What about putting him on the left wing? He
But
sorts
then
out that left wing.
they've got Thingy as well, though.
Diaz is on his way to Saudi, bro.
Alright.
He's on his way to Saudi.
Oh, is he
Was it
in the
Barca?
back as well?
I don't know.
I think he's on his way
No,
out. Regardless, he's
from
on
what
his way
I've
out.
read, I don't know how reliable it is. Barcelona are looking between him and Rashford, right? So, say he leaves. Let's put him on the plane, right? You've got Gakpo. Who else?
What?
That can
Is
play on
Jota.
the and Jota. Oh, Jota. Nah.
Jota's done, you know.
Yeah, Jota's he's too injury prone.
He's too injury prone, innit?
Because he's decent.
Regardless of
decent,
them
man, he
anyway,
does,
yeah.
regardless, where do you think, if you compare this Liverpool team, compare them to PSG now,
They're there, man. They're right there.
compare them to Madrid, who do you see winning the UCL? I know it's a tough claim to claim now because the window's
The window's not even closed.
the window's
The window's not
open
even-
today.
Yeah, it's
window open today.
So there's a lot of
Who do you see as your front runner for the UCL? Because for me, it's out of them three.
who?
Liverpool, PSG, or
Madrid just turn up. Even when they're
you
dead.
can never.
Even
bro,
when they're
they
dead.
got to the. What did they get to? The
I'm putting
quarters.
Arsenal. I'm putting Arsenal above Madrid.
I
man.
do a
I think
garbage.
Madrid got too much.
I do a
too
garbage,
much
bro,
to
do
me.
a
We
garbage.
gotta hold him to that, you know.
Yeah, hold me to that. Hold me to that.
He said
Me,
Arsenal.
I don't like Arsenal at all, but I'm just looking at the job in it. The job, I think, the job at Madrid.
We need to see how.
We need to see. We need to see what's going on there.
Also, with
we need to see
Arsenal,
what Trent's gonna be on.
we need to see what which if they get Sesko, how he gels and how that affects
Like this.
everyone else.
And where Xabi Alonso is gonna play this from free, and who leaves. I think
regardless-
Madrid's too easy.
No, I think with Alonso,
Regardless, what do you guys see as a winner?
as the winner,
Yes,
I'm not gonna look far from PSG. at the
Really?
moment.
I'm set.
Like-
see a back to back, yeah.
Because
I can't lie. I think it's their time.
the thing is, you gotta look.
Back to back, you know.
I think
don't
it's
know
their
about
time,
back to
man.
back.
Why not? Why not?
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Why not?
I'm
Think
scared
about
of
it.
Liverpool, you know.
Think about it. Think about it. They got.
It's hard for me to say this.
They
bro.
got a young team.
It's hard for me to say this, but if Wirtz signs, bro, and they get a half decent striker, because I know they've been
they're up there.
slacking.
Look, they're
They've
up
been
there.
slacking because Darwin Núñez has been such a weakness. They've not had an out and out striker
He's
in this
hiding
team.
in disguise him. Loki.
Bro, he's not.
Who
He's
is?
not
Who is?
Darwin because his
Nah,
runs,
bro.
bro,
Núñez is
off
gone,
the
man.
ball,
Núñez is
bro,
gone as well.
bro,
I think that
off the
Núñez is
ball,
gone, man.
off the ball,
Slot don't
he
want
is
none of that, bro.
phenomenal.
Bro, do you buy strikers for off the ball runs?
He's doing the hard bit.
I don't care.
He's
bro.
doing the hard bit,
Then he gets
and
in
then he's
front of-
skying it.
No, but then he does all that running, gets in front of the goal and misses.
His movement, I'm not gonna lie to you, in terms of
Top three
top three in the Prem,
Yeah.
in terms of his movement.
I think in the world.
That's what baffles
I
me.
think in the world.
That's what baffles me.
So shall we make an award for
so
that?
hold up, bro.
Shall we make an award
What
for
I'm
that?
saying is, if they get in a half
But it
decent
is
striker,
it's not invaluable though. It's very
No,
valuable.
it is. Bro.
so if they get in an
if this
Ekitike,
guy runs, like,
yeah.
if this guy runs to the right position, and then the ball's perfect, and then he shits the bed.
He's won them games off that, you know.
Yeah.
I think the PSG game,
Yeah.
he's the one that assisted Javier Elliott last minute. He
Nah.
came on.
I just don't rate him.
He came on.
Even in the
lie.
Prem, there was a
He
game
assisted
where
him. He causes chaos, bro.
know what
Defenders
I
do
love?
not want to play
Chaos
against that,
merchant,
You know
bro.
when I lost faith with him? Uruguay in Copa America.
Yeah.
Right? Bro, this
Against
guy,
Brazil.
he missed about 5 blatant sitters.
That's not football, though, bro.
Huh?
I've watched that tournament. That's not football.
Yeah, but
But he's still a young, bro.
No, but
They're
bro,
punching each other up,
Nah,
bro.
even though, but still, the chances that he had.
if they were to replace
Can't
him,
forgive that shit, bro.
but think about it though. Let's say he's out,
Yeah.
and he probably is.
Okay.
If they bring in like a Ekitike, I've barely watched him play anyway.
Alright, he,
I like him.
He's alright still.
I like him.
I
I've
watched
seen clips.
I've seen the under 21s game.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
the one where it was the England versus France.
Yeah.
Under 21s.
Yeah.
If they
They
bring
got a
in,
hat trick.
Yeah.
if they bring in Ekitike,
Yeah.
and they've still got Salah,
Yeah.
who's performing even to 70% of what we saw this season, and they got Wirtz,
Bukayo
and
Saka.
they've got.
then you're forgetting they
bloody
lost to
what's his
PSG
name? Freaking Frimpong on the right, bro. I can't see past that.
And Kirkes.
Oh,
I can't see past that.
They get Kirkes on
I
that,
can't
man.
see
Yeah,
past that.
getting Kirkes.
I can't see past that.
No.
So I want to talk about this anyway, guys.
Go
You guys have, well, I've shown you guys the Ribery UCL video. We can look at it one more time because this has been. I think this is mayhem. So, were you surprised with any of these? Because I'm not gonna lie. Like for me, I've seen these videos before.
Yeah.
But I'm just baffled that nobody here
Mention Ronaldo.
mentioned Ronaldo, who, in my opinion, he's not the greatest footballer of all time. I know, for me, in my opinion, Messi holds that title. But in terms of UCL performances, this guy is Mr. Champions League.
Mr. Champions
And the fact
League.
that a bunch of players, you got Ribery, Iniesta, Thiago, Roberto Carlos, Okocha, Czech, so many different players Louis Garcia, all of these players. Van der Sar.
Van der Sar's the most surprising.
Van der Sar picked Seedorf
I don't think
as
has he seen him
who is the first
Has
person.
you seen him play? Wasn't he at United with him?
They're both at Ajax,
No,
bro.
Oh yeah, they were both. Oh, that's why he's gone.
Ajax.
there. I'm
But
thinking, why has
then,
he gone there?
But even then, bro, it's like
He's won the Champions League.
Yeah.
3 times 3 different clubs.
Yeah.
I understand that. But,
But
it's
you've
like.
seen Ronaldo live, ball out of
But
control.
when you look at what Ronaldo has done,
Van der Sar's crazy. He's seen Ronaldo turn up against Arsenal, score a 40-yard free kick, and he said Seedorf.
I will
Yeah,
say
but the
something.
Seedorf one is.
Dutch guys back each other
Right, yeah.
to oblivion.
I hear. I'm thinking why, and then now I'm
He's
clocking
played
the
with him as well,
I'm
like
clocking
Ajax,
the
isn't it,
Ajax
right?
thing, the Dutch
Yes.
thing.
So,
Dutch
yeah.
guys
Clocking it, it
back
makes
each other
sense.
to
And even with the
oblivion.
Real Madrid
Obviously, the
guys,
Madison training.
the Real Madrid guys are not gonna shout Messi, are they?
Layman picked Maldini,
Maldini,
even though
Iniesta.
all right.
Who's that?
I don't know who this is, but he's picked
He's
Iniesta.
mad, man.
Matuidi
Matuidi's
picked who?
I think they've gone countries, man. It makes sense.
Yeah,
man.
it's
Yeah, they
not
picked their
Ronaldo,
countries.
bro.
Even he's got
You know
African.
what? I blame the
even he's
video.
got African.
I blame the video for not asking a single Portuguese person here.
Yeah.
Because the Portuguese man would have just jumped on Ronaldo and be
I
like,
think it's
yo.
a countries
Or
thing.
even
Yeah.
They've just
like
picked
they
their
asked
national
from
teams.
Ribery picked. Ribery picked
Yeah, I mean,
Messi.
He cut Messi. Messi cut them so
Don't
many
you
times,
remember
man.
what Messi did to
Boateng.
Boateng?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's cut
Sent
them
him
so
to,
many
I don't know
times.
where he sent him, but I don't think he played football after
Sent to
that.
the
I like I was
shop,
saying
man.
before, Ronaldo cooked them as well.
Yeah.
But
But it's just preference, isn't it? And whether you
Nah,
Fair enough.
it is surprising that no one said Ronaldo.
I just think
No,
that
it is,
not
it
even a
is.
single person from that list.
Yeah.
Can't lie, when I watched that video, I didn't think of Ronaldo.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think of Ronaldo either, to be fair.
For
And
me,
I'm a United fan, man.
Yeah, I'd say Messi.
for me, it's Messi.
I'd say Messi.
For me, the first person that comes to mind is Messi, simply because of the fact that I'm not gonna lie, man. The two finals that we played against Barca, low key just shook me to the core, bro.
He cooked us both times, bro.
Like for me, I can't forget that. So
The semi-final.
He scarred you for life, yeah?
yeah, personally, and that's one of the things that stopped me from actually accepting that Messi was the GOAT. For me, I was in denial for many years. It took me a while I was a CR7 fanboy,
Yeah.
and it was. If I'm being honest, it was out of hatred. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can't keep lying to
But
myself.
United Ronaldo was different class, you know. It's
I
when he
was-
went Madrid and then he lost that.
It's not
he
even
didn't
that.
lose it, but like.
So wait, which
he
Ronaldo
worked-
did you like? The step over Ronaldo?
I like step over Ronaldo, you know, but I've always been jinking with Jinky.
Which Ronaldo do you think was the best version? Not your favorite.
The best version was definitely the Madrid one.
Yeah, the Madrid one.
Which Madrid one though? Because
I
there's
think the one where
there were a
he
few.
was telling Atletico.
Noodle hairs.
Remember when he went
noodle hair. Yeah.
Remember
16, 17.
Remember when he went to Atletico, like 3 goals down.
Yeah, and then they won.
That
And
was-
they
that was
scored-
Juve. He was a Juve.
Was it
16,
Juve?
17.
Yeah.
I think that was.
He was at Juve.
I can't remember. There was a game against Atletico. I'm sure it might have been
They
Atletico.
lost. Juve lost at home.
When they were
So
when he was
they
telling
lost
them.
away, and then he came and he scored that.
Yeah, was that?
That overhead kick.
That mad
Oh,
header.
the header. Yeah.
There was a game as well. That
was a
I'm sure
daft header.
Atletico fans were getting onto him.
Yeah.
Or was it Atletico
Same
game?
one, yeah.
Is it the same one?
Yeah, and he was like, I won 5 Champions League.
Yeah, I won 5 Champions Leagues, and then he went and won the game.
Yeah.
Bro, that Ronaldo
Yeah.
there, dangerous Ronaldo. I do not want to play against my man.
To be fair, that's the weakest, you know.
You know what? You
He
think
was
so?
at Juve. They were dead, man.
Oh, he was at Juve
Yeah,
then,
he was
innit?
at Juve.
He was at
That
Juve
was like
then.
18,
Yeah,
2018.
Ah, he
2018.
was at Juve. He was
I think,
at
18, 19.
What's that season that
He scored
him and
hat-trick.
Messi won on a mad one?
He did score a hat
For
trick.
goals.
Yeah, he
For
scored
me-
He had a good season at
For
Juve
me,
though.
12, 13, Ronaldo was daft. 12, 13,
Where was he then?
that's Madrid.
Madrid,
That's the
innit?
year where band
the
for
Bale.
band,
Yeah.
band for band,
Yeah.
him and Messi. And Messi was the.
Is it the season they scored like 90, close to 90 goals or something?
2012 is the year that Messi scored the 91.
Ah, okay.
So Ronaldo, I think Messi scored 50 league goals
Yeah.
in 11-12.
Yeah.
Ronaldo must have scored very close, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact numbers.
Yeah.
But it was just.
Yeah,
the
no, that
numbers were just-
Ronaldo-
numbers were just stupid, bro.
Like, I think that Ronaldo and the one that, the final year of United, That's probably going towards that Ronaldo.
yeah.
2008, 2007, 2008. That was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
bro, he was scoring goals from anywhere.
Yeah, he was.
Like the Portsmouth
the Porto
goal,
game,
Porto.
Arsenal.
Yeah, bro. Well, I'm a United
scored in
fan.
the final.
For me,
He missed his penalty, but he
yeah,
still scored.
no. For me, when people compare the two, I think because they came out at the same time.
Man said it came out like it was a.
No, but I think like no, but you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
they came
Like,
to the spotlight.
Were you not upset when
But
you saw
like-
the news that we bought Ronaldo and then you got home and watched TV and there's some guy with like spaghetti hair comes out?
no, but I knew.
that
I used to
annoyed
do
you,
your
bro.
research in it, so I knew when he was coming for Sporting what kind of player he was. And obviously, when he first came, started doing all them step overs, bro. I was like, yo, I just watch. I don't care about results. I'll just watch him do them step overs, right? But
Started getting effective.
Yeah, like, yo, bro, I used to watch him thinking. I remember one time he played Ashley Cole. Was it Ashley Cole?
Yeah.
Where he just.
Against
I seen that.
every
That was a
time
dirty chop.
Yeah, and I think
It wasn't a chop. I think it was step over.
yeah, step over chop.
Step over
He used
fake
to
and then
love that
left.
little
Yeah,
chop.
I remember that.
But I think afterwards he got told, yo, bro, this is the Premier League, and they do that, they'll just take you out.
they don't
So then he swapped
11-12, he scored 46 league goals,
Yeah.
12 assists
for
in 38 games.
For
How
Real.
many in the Champions League?
Madrid. Champions League, 10 in 10. 3 assists. 60 goals, 75 goal contributions in 55 games.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, he was.
No, but what I'm saying to you with these two, they came
That
out.
11-12,
Disney,
him and
yeah.
Messi were just like...
No, that's the thing. I think
Every El Clasico
Yeah.
was a
They
must
do-
watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Every single El Clasico was a must watch.
No, but I also think, because they both came out of the similar era, right? That made them like they had it. They were going like
Yeah, the
this.
competition was
Yeah,
crazy.
the competition was.
They made each other better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But for me, bro, I've watched Messi in certain situations. Obviously, people will say with Ronaldo, the header, the overhead kick, whatever, that made you go, wow. But Messi, like I've watched Messi and I'm thinking, like getting my brain working, like, bro, how
That's
did you
not
do
human.
that? Like, how are
Yeah.
you doing that? Like, and that's for me. That's why I say, yo, he's the guy in it. Yeah, like but then it's Ronaldo. Then there's another gap. Then it's everybody else.
Then it's everyone else, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, like-
From a Champions League perspective, though, after those two, who do you put after that? Who for you was Mr. Champions League after those two? 'Cause obviously, those two are the guys.
Yeah.
And obviously, you can only talk about like what you've witnessed. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you
Yeah.
Alfredo Di Stefano is that guy.
Di Stefano.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give Neymar a shout.
Yeah.
What from a UCL perspective?
From a UCL perspective, I remember there was games. I think against PSG, they were losing. I can't remember. They were
The one that they won 6-4.
They won 6-1. Yeah, they
6-4.
won 6-4 on
Overall,
aggregate. Innit?
And
So
then they
were
went.
down.
They were 4-0 down at the
Sergio Roberto scored the
in
winner.
France, and then they went back to the Camp Nou
Camp Nou,
and
6-1.
won.
What a
6,
performance,
yeah.
bro.
Bro,
That's the game that they said. A lot of man
Neymar
said that.
Jr.
That was the game that a lot of man said made Neymar leave, because even though he put in arguably a man of the match performance, Messi got all the plaudits, and he looked at it and he was like, "Yo, they're never gonna give me that respect
And he got a goal.
as long as I stay here."
And I respect that. I respect that he left.
Yeah. No, I think sometimes, when you have too many superstars, like in one team, it's sometimes a problem, innit?
They
That's
worked.
what-
They
that's
worked like that
Yeah.
though.
No, but that's what happened to him at PSG.
PSG
Yeah.
as well, innit? Because
He could have won it. I think he could have won it. At
Yeah.
one point, they were looking to win it.
But then they
When
had
they signed
Messi.
Mbappe.
They had Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar, and like the thing is, they all want to be the guy.
Too much.
This is the thing though. Why did it work at MSN and not at PSG? I think a lot of it's down to.
No, but
I don't want to have a go at Mbappe,
Yeah.
but like Mbappe is not. He doesn't work the way Suarez works.
Yeah.
Suarez.
No, I don't think it's to do with work. I think at Barca,
The runs that Suarez makes, if you see the runs he makes, the number of assists he provides, he is for me the best striker of our generation.
The centre forward thing.
Yeah, for me as a striker,
The centre forward thing. I think he's got that.
as a
number one.
striker, over the last generation.
Do you guys watch R9 or see R9?
Oh no! I'm not on about that. No.
Okay.
For me, I count R9 as a little bit of a different generation.
Okay.
I'm on about the 2010s.
2010.
2010s.
And you're not putting Benzema in there.
Benzema's in there, but Suarez is a big Benzema for me.
2010s.
I think it's either Benzema or Suarez.
Yeah, you
For
probably-
me,
Lewandowski.
Suarez is there.
Them three.
Yo, bro, he doesn't get in his flowers. bro.
Lewandowski would have won a Ballon d'Or, man.
Bro.
2020 COVID happened,
Like,
man.
how
He had a
old is he
Ballon
now?
d'Or.
Like,
He
30,
had a Ballon d'Or.
30 what?
38.
38, and he's scoring.
Lewandowski's
40.
38?
Yeah, bro.
He's a grown
Nah,
ass
it can't
man,
be.
bro.
He can't be
Yeah,
38.
bro.
He's
And he
38.
scored like,
He's a grown ass
Cannot be
man.
38.
and he scored like 40
He
goals
might be
this season,
older.
bro.
I think he might be older.
Yo, what you been talking about, bro?
There's no way he's like 35, bro.
It was 36, bro.
No way.
Man said older than 38.
All right,
There's no way he's
yeah.
35, man.
Yeah.
How's this guy 35?
He's had an old face for a long time.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know what it
Since
is.
like-
He's been about.
But even
He's
since
been
Dortmund,
about.
his face
He's
has
been
been-
about,
When
man.
it comes to scoring goals, he's a guy, bro. But I'm not gonna argue against Suarez. To be fair, if you're talking about
Yeah,
that
it's only,
time
it's only them four.
Yeah.
That
really, innit?
season
Yeah.
at
Aguero.
Liverpool,
What about Aguero?
Yeah, he was good
that
at
season,
Liverpool.
this is the thing. Aguero did one thing very well, and and that was just like he was good at
Fox in
a
the
very
box.
particular that fox in the box. For me, him that kind of that one step when the ball comes to you, and then you give yourself that half a yard and bang.
Lightning.
He's the one of the scariest strikers.
Yeah,
Every
lightning
time we
like that.
played against City, bro, I hated him.
Yeah.
Wallahi, I hated him, bro. Because at
They
one step,
didn't need
he needed
much.
one
They
step.
didn't
Talk about that. There's a, for me, when you're fox in the box,
Yeah.
no one beats for Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy, bro. If that ball gets into the box and it gets to his
Again,
feet,
a different gen though, because that gen,
different gen,
that
man.
gen is
Nah,
mad.
bro, what-
We're
That
talking like the
generation,
teens, man. We're talking the teens.
that generation.
That's like 5 years
Next
to it.
pod, next pod. Let's chat about them on the next one. This generation, that 2010 one,
there wasn't many though foxes in the boxes. You'd give it Aguero then, if that's the case.
I think it was. But
you
for
give
me,
it Aguero.
he did that. Whereas like Suarez had that in his locker.
Yeah, he did have that in his locker.
Long range,
Pass it.
assists, bro. He got
Like if we,
he allowed Sturridge. I'm not saying Sturridge is dead.
yeah.
But Sturridge was an injury-prone player.
Yeah.
He was very talented, but
But I don't think at that
injury
time
prone.
he was injury prone.
Sturridge managed to score 22 league goals
Yeah.
that season, bro.
Yeah.
Off the back of
Yeah.
what Suarez was doing. Suarez carried the Liverpool team. In my opinion, I know a lot of men talk about Henry's performance in the, was it 03-04?
Invincibles.
Yeah.
Wait, Henry was about.
No.
Henry's finished.
I'm talking about from a performance of like the best season that a player's had.
Yeah.
For me, the best performance I've seen from an individual in a Premier League season was Suarez 13-14. I've never seen
Yeah, he
a
was
player.
cooking, he was cooking, I
I've
knew
never
that.
seen a player be
Yeah.
that
What about Salah this season?
bro. Suarez did it. Suarez was
He didn't win anything.
devastating.
He didn't even win anything.
But this is the thing though. Look at the team he's in, bro. Look at it. There's so many games
That team
where
was good, man. That team was good,
Wait, did they
man.
not win
They bottled it. It was the season where Gerrard slipped in it.
Is it?
bro, that team was not great. That team.
It's the season where Gerrard slipped.
That
Yeah,
team
so
was
they
not
must have
great,
been
bro.
chasing the title,
You're
though.
mad.
Yeah, but they must have been
Yeah, they
chasing
were.
the title if
They were.
that
They
slip
were.
meant
They
something.
were because of
They were
freaking
there.
Suarez, bro. He scored 31 goals
Yeah, but the other
after
two
a
was
5-match
wait,
ban.
So what was their front lines? Suarez,
Sterling.
Sterling. Yeah, they were a good team, bro.
Have you seen the back?
Coutinho was there, no?
Have you seen the back?
Young Coutinho.
Oh, they had Coutinho as well. Forget the back, man. They got.
Do you mean forget? Oh yeah. Forget the back, bro.
Matches are won
Yeah,
by
the back.
goals,
I think the
bro.
back was terrible. It was
Yeah.
Skirtle.
Yeah.
It might have been
Well, matches are
someone
won by
else, man.
goals,
The back
innit?
was
Really.
dead, man. The defense was.
Bro, look
dead.
at this, bro. Look
But
at
they were
this.
still in the. It's
Bro.
not like they were dead.
Bro,
team.
Jose Enrique, Daniel Agger, Skirtle, Glenn Johnson, Mignolet in net, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's
Gerrard, Lucas Lever, Henderson, bro.
Young Henderson.
A young Hendo. It
That's
wasn't
not- it's
an
not-
experienced
it's not
Hendo,
prime
bro.
Alright,
time.
that
It's
team's
not prime
needy.
time.
Bro, this
Me, I
team,
knew
bro,
that.
he carried that team on his back. He scored 31 goals in the season after a 5-match ban for his nonsense. Obviously, man's a lunatic.
Was
innit?
it a biting thing?
Nah, it
Was
was.
it about the racism? I don't know which one it was, you know.
I might have been a racist.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was.
Oh, it's defo what it
It's
is.
just one of them anyway.
Wait, who did he bite?
One of the. It might have been Keelan.
I can't remember if he bit
Oh yeah, when he took her.
Ivanovic, one of the.
Yeah.
Ivanovic,
He bit
Loud.
Keelan as well.
a bit Chiellini.
He must have been hungry that day, innit?
Guys, nuts, bro.
He is a hungry guy, man.
He didn't have breakfast or
mad.
something,
I'm
bro.
sure,
For me
like,
personally,
Yeah.
but I would
Like-
say he's up there in terms of. I wouldn't say he's Mr. Champions League. For me, he don't ring for Champions League because I think he's only won the one, right?
Yeah.
But
No, you have to give him his flowers. Like in that period you're talking about, you'd probably argue he's the guy in it.
That season. That's the year where he's got the ball, seen David Luiz, megged him. He's got the whole net, and he goes, "I'm gonna go top bins."
Yeah.
Top bins.
Yes.
And just,
See that.
unnecessary.
There was one time that he volleyed in. He did like a hookup and then volleyed it in.
He's cat, bro. It was mad. It was mad.
That David Luiz meg was. Everyone megged David Luiz though, innit?
For me, myth of Champions League. Outside of that,
Yeah.
forget about the generations.
Yeah.
For me, who comes to mind is Kaka, bro. I love Kaka, bro.
Kaka was amazing.
I loved
Kaka was
watching him.
amazing.
For
ITV
me, I loved
football.
watching him.
But that team was good as
ITV
well. Though.
football.
Yeah, that
Team
team,
was fantastic.
that team was good.
And he was a standout within that team.
Because they had Shevchenko, they had him,
Crespo.
Thiago
Solid
Silva.
team. One of the best teams of all time.
Maldini, Nesta.
No way.
Yeah, I'm sure they had Maldini. Maldini was still
And
good.
Nesta, yeah.
Might have been
Yeah.
just a bit.
Yeah,
Aging Cafu as well.
Agent.
Yeah.
Gattuso was Gattuso there.
Yes.
Gattuso,
Seedorf.
bro.
Team was nuts. Team was nuts.
Fake
Right.
team, man.
We'll have one last say from you guys. Who you put in as your Mr. Champions League before we round off?
Messi, man.
You can't. Alright, no. I said this. You can't say
choose
Messi. You
Can't
can't
say
say Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
You can't say Messi. You can't say Ronaldo. Because that's an easy cop out.
Mr. Champions League. But what?
Who stands out for you with first name that rings in your head outside of Messi or Ronaldo?
Zidane.
I think that's fair.
Zidane.
I think that's very fair actually.
Yeah, Zidane. I think. Wait, first.
He's thinking of like a obscure one, innit?
You know what? Yeah, I want to give it to Benzema for that Ballon d'Or season, man. I think that Ballon d'Or season, it was very peak because Ronaldo has left.
Yeah.
And now people are looking at him. I was one of the people. I was one of them people. I'm not gonna lie. Where I was looking at him like he's been carried by Bale.
You know what, that's a good shout.
He's being carried by Ronaldo. We've never really seen Benzema take a season by himself, and he's just gone.
And that season, bro, everything.
He's just gone and done it.
Everything he touched.
And he beat City, bro.
Yeah. Everything
Chipped
he
it in
touched
there.
was going in.
Every boy, what a player! I can't lie. That season there,
Yeah, I take my mark.
deserved.
You going for him as well?
Well
Yeah, I'll go for him.
Say no more. Say no more. Right, guys,
What a
we'll
player,
round it
man.
up there. Right, don't forget to drop a subscribe, guys. We're on about 10 subscribers so far. we want to get that up to 20 by the end of the week.
Someone as well.
All right. Yeah, man, it's been good. Let us know what you think. Comment down below who is your Mr. Champions League. Do not cop out and say Messi and Ronaldo. I don't want to hear that. Yeah. Give us some other names, man. Give us some other players in it. Don't drop the goats. All right.
Yeah, don't.
Peace.